Welcome to another episode of You Have One New Message podcast. And today on this fluffy, fluffy couch, in this beautiful grey London weather, we've got Lapsley, a producer, a songwriter, an inspiration, a woman riding on a horse naked for her video clip, and an incredible artist, Lapsley.
Oh, thanks for having me. My flat.
Yeah. Which is but you have no idea how much I've been looking forward to this because you are an inspiration, a true inspiration. I think your first album, I think me and Chaim, my boyfriend, also have been over and over listening to it just so many times that it just felt like as a basic, to have in your home, to have in when working out, whatever. It's been with us the whole journey, and
no way.
Yeah.
That means so much.
What I do now is really a big part because of you.
Oh.
Yeah. So I just wanted to put it out there.
See that microphone there? I recorded Station and Painter on that when I was like 16 in my bedroom. I always put it there to try and remember how far I've come.
Exactly.
So it's funny that you said that.
Because do you realize how far you've come?
I have to purposely take moments to reflect and appreciate. Otherwise, I'm constantly looking at the destination and ignoring the journey.
Exactly. And you have to... It's so hard to sometimes just stay in the moment. And I know a lot of people, even the voicemail callers, so often people say, I wish I could be more present. But to me, always the question is how? How do you do it? Do you just stand there and see, okay, now I'm going to be present? Or do you have a way how to be present?
I mean, I'm awful at staying still in any way. And so I have the privilege of being able to maybe look at the rhythm of my day and change it in a way that suits me. So I'm out for 2 hours with the dog in the morning, but then I'll work all afternoon and evening, and that really suits me and sets me up for the day. And it also means that I don't have to wake up and look at emails and feel this endless sense of dread and doom, because I've got that coming at around 12 o'clock.
That is actually, Then you do it at 12 and then set...
Yeah, I try not to look at my email. I might pop and see them at like 11, it depends, but I'm always out with the dog before I start the working day, just to set me up.
Because I do it the other way around. I wake up way too early, and then I do the email first, and then I go outside. Like in the middle of the day, I feel like I need some no screen time. But maybe that's true. Maybe we should switch it up. That it's that you have the morning freer in your mind or something.
I think when I wake up and look at my emails, it makes me feel like it's this endless conversation of emails never ends. Yeah. And I need to have a break. Yeah. To be able to then rejoin and get some perspective, sometimes to improve the quality of my emails as well. Yeah. Less impulsive.
Have you ever left a voicemail? What's the last time when you've left a voicemail, do you remember?
Yeah, because I drive a lot. So especially if I'm going to quite a far away studio or session, and that's always the time that I ring my friends, and often it'll be in the middle of the day and they're at work. Yeah. So it'll just go, and then I'll just leave them a whole monologue talking about some thoughts I had on something they said, or like what's going on in my life, or maybe a change in my perception of something.
Well, that's cool that you say that, because most people these days, when I tell them about the voicemail, they right away assume that it's a WhatsApp message, like a WhatsApp audio recording. And I tell them, but no, it's deliberately not a WhatsApp recording, because then then you can listen to it back, then you can delete it. And what I like about the voicemail is that you're gonna leave it, and that's it. There's no one who's gonna be you cannot edit it anymore. That's it. It just goes in the wild. And so that's why I'm asking, because most people don't even use it anymore. They don't even know that it exists, to be honest.
I'm scared that when I leave voicemails, people don't see it.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm scared they don't know how to look at it on their phone. But I always get a reply, so...
do you listen to your voicemails?
No one sends me voicemails, but I send voicemails because I'm always driving and they're never free.
Are you going to leave me a voicemail?
Yeah, for
sure. Okay. Well, on that note, I thought we should listen to some voicemails.
Yay!
And I did a selection of voicemails from May 2024 because your album comes out on the 2nd of May 2025.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it? Why May? Why now?
From an emotional perspective, I needed the weather to change before I put this record out. From maybe a business sense, it takes a while to like, you want to drop a single, get some, you know, va-va-voom, and then drop another single, and then keep it building and growing, and hope you get press. And I think also May kind of aligns with the starting of festival season.
Definitely.
But I think it's my favorite time to release is either like May or a January.
Yeah.
I like coming in straight after Christmas with a track, which is, well, the first single of the album I released in January.
Yeah. And how has it been, the first release and the leading up to it? How are you?
I think people have been quite surprised by the direction I've taken. But I've been sitting with this record for like a year and a half, so
you really
it's a bit of a different, it's a bit of a less of a surprise for me. But I'm really happy with how it's been perceived.
And I gotta say, what else if not surprises these days? Because
I know.
it's like sometimes you open these playlists and even not only the same song is like everything sounds the same, but also the same effects, the same plugins, the same presets are being used, the same stutter effect on every dance track, at least in my opinion.
For sure.
And that you dare and that you do something different, that's what it's about. Because come on, we're copying each other way too much these days. So I'm so incredibly proud of you for doing that. And I'm just wondering, in terms of the release right now, are you thinking of going on tour and showing it also to the
the tour's just gone on sale actually a few days ago on Friday.
Okay.
So that's in October.
Amazing.
And we're trying to scramble together a Europe tour, but at the moment it's just UK. But I'm very chuffed to be able to do anything in this post-COVID climate.
Yeah.
Where it's hard to tour.
We got to get you to Amsterdam. We're going to work on that one. Right. Are you ready to listen to some voicemails then?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this first one.
Hi. I hope you're well. Today's been particularly tough. I feel like I'm stuck in my head, and when people come close, I want to lash out. I'd normally say I'm a cheerful person, but it's days like these that really make me wonder, what's the point of this? Anyway, as I said, hope you're well. I wonder if I'll ever see you, not knowing it was you at all.
That's it.
I really resonate with that.
Yeah.
This like hyper self-defense mode.
Yeah.
The pauses were so intense.
And so still as well. Usually when most voicemails, when you call, there's some background noise. Either people walk on the street, there's a bus, they're in the shop, there's something happening. But here, I assume it was
There's
alone.
a stillness. Yeah.
That was crazy. But I feel like that every other day. So.
Yeah, for sure. It feels like I resonate as a woman, and as many women I know like have been through some kind of trauma, and it's resulted in this like self-defense mode being activated when it's not needed.
Yeah. Also, only recently I started to see some articles, and you go down the social media algorithm spot where you just see articles about, what you want to see. But in this case, I saw, I think it was by DJ Max, saying that women have to work 5 times harder than, men, which is something that we know that, and we think of it, but just in these days, still, it's such a, I don't know, sometimes you walk in those studios from day to day and you see the same guy with the same hoodie, with the same cap, and you think, he's going around playing gigs and getting like nice income from it.
I know.
Why should I wear? Would I also, if I if I'm a dude and if I put a cap on and a hoodie, will I also fit in that? Will I be better?
No, I know. It's because it's that thing of like you can't be what you can't see, and we just can't see people that look like us in these positions.
Yeah.
And then if we have the audacity of being emotional about it, we're told off for not having the grace to accept the small little tokens that we've been given.
There you
it's
go.
Ridiculous.
Well, all right. That's, I mean, it's just so good to hear it from you because, you know, that's the weird thing. If you're alone, if you're in the studio, I feel like this and very stuck and what the hell am I doing with it? Exactly as she said, it's on every other day. But if I do go for a walk and I do listen to these voicemails and I hear something like this, someone else feeling this way, it's a weird thing, but I feel better. If someone else has it too, it's just, I don't know.
It's like a problem shared is a problem halved.
Yeah. All right, let's do
the next one.
The next one.
You know, the other day I was actually talking with my friends about superpowers, and I just wish, man, I wish to have that fucking superpower to hear what others are listening in their headphones. I mean, they'd be walking on the streets and vibing to something, and they just gatekeep it. Like, I want to vibe as well. When I'm on my bicycle and I'm just listening to something, I'm just dancing to it, and no one knows of this song's existence. So stop gatekeeping good songs and just let me know what you're listening to.
Oh, that's so interesting. I really relate to that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my housemate Nick just put on his personal Instagram a little post that was like, here's an open playlist, just add what you're listening to at the moment. Cool. Show me what you're listening to.
That's cool.
And it took days. He had to like keep reposting it for people to actually add stuff. Like everyone was so hesitant. I was there adding like 4 that he's probably heard way too many times already and doesn't want to hear again. But yeah, I feel like that was a mode of like communication in my teenage years, was making playlists for people, and we've lost that.
And also tape it, you know, as back in the days, the cassettes. You would like tape your favorite tracks in it and like, oh, listen to this. And we would exchange the cassettes. I think my brothers were, I was too young for it, but I remember the cassette thing going on and trying to even record the radio. Or especially if you liked the song, you would wait like hours and hours until it's playing, and then you would run to the radio, hit return, record, so that you can re-listen to it.
Yeah, like an old indie movie.
I also think we have become with these Spotify creating algorithmic playlists and maybe not having the human touch that often. It would be. The playlist has a bigger sense. I also think, for instance, you have a new album coming out. It's also going to be on so many playlists, right? It would be...
Well, that's the biggest metric.
Yeah.
It's interesting that, like, the conversations with the rest of the team is, like, this is how many playlists we're on.
Yeah, I know.
Which is, like...
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, just tell me it's a good vibe. Or, like, tell me you appreciate my art. But it's like... Wow, you got 12 playlists on New Music Friday in 7 countries. I'm like, okay.
That is true. I never even thought about it that way. I had the same thing on the email yesterday. And it's kind of an achievement if you're on a lot of playlists. But let's be honest, most people, if they put on a playlist, it's because they need something either in the background or they're focusing. It's not like, I don't know. Because if you want to listen to a track, I click on an artist and I listen to it. How about you?
Right? But I guess we have our own entry points into music. Like I think these playlists are for people who need that help. It's hard for us to imagine it because we've lived our life listening to music. So
Exactly.
But at the same time, like sometimes I'll be like, if I've got a little barbecue or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I want easy 70s.
Yeah.
Or like easy 60s.
Or just shredding over the radio for me every day. It's crazy. It's magic. It really works.
Unless I don't really listen to like a lot of the new playlists. It's always like...
It's the same thing,
from
right?
Yeah.
The same playlist for years. I don't understand. Sometimes I look... we look at our parents and like, oh, Mom, really? That same CD that we've heard like a million times? But yeah, you get like... And I think maybe I'm going to become that person who also listens to the same music that I listened to before. Like MGMT Kids for me all life.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like,
on repeat.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's do another one.
I'm not really sure what's going to come out of my mouth, but I definitely had my curiosity piqued. And now that I'm on the phone with you, I have the uncontrollable urge to make really strange noises. Like,
Okay, it goes on for a while.
That's so funny. That is someone who's truly exercising their free will.
Yeah, exactly.
In a way that I've been feeling recently, that I've been trying to conform all the time, and I just need to like ease up and let loose in it in some kind of way, and maybe I just need to blabber down a voice note to someone.
Definitely. Oh, it's so, and I like to sample these sometimes. Just put it in a sampler and see what comes out, and put a bunch of weird reverbs and delays on it, and that's sometimes really, really nice. Because for people, it's just la, 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 but you know, it can be something.
I'm calling because life's just been good, you know. Some crazy stuff happens, and it's all just starting to make sense. And I don't know. I feel like I'm growing up. Like some things just start to change, and it's okay like that. I don't know. Life really is just amazing. I won't bother you. Have an amazing evening. Bye.
That bye was the most unexpected part of it.
Was it him?
That was so sweet and positive.
Yeah, really good.
There was a moment 2 years ago that I stopped and realised how far I'd come and how much better life suddenly was, and how much my life was like full of peace rather than chaos. Kind of coincides with going to therapy and finding a nice person, but yeah, I think we forget how chaotic being a teenager and being in our late teens, early 20s was.
I really sometimes wish I was the person. If I could put myself, the understanding of things that I have now, into that smaller, super insecure 20-year-old that just thought that you constantly need to prove yourself, which I'm still doing. I still feel that, but at least I'm
a bit more conscious.
Yeah, and at least, especially from the looks yourself, more self-secured, or what other people think, it feels stupid that it just goes down with age that you start to understand that. But it should be, I think it's more important back in those times, you know, when we were younger, and to be less and to do more without being worried what others think. Do you worry what others think?
Yeah, and I challenge that notion every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I care so much? But then I think there's another side of it where sometimes I think, especially on my social media and with this campaign, I've shown my body in quite an exposing and vulnerable way. Yeah. In some ways sexual. It's been like quite like a naked project. And I think that's because I never see someone my size. I never see someone that looks like me. I never see someone looking sexy and owning their body that looks different to the like thin model, like a very specific thing. And so this is part of my protest, but so that I can be that thing that other girls see and they're like, oh, I aspire, you know, or that looks like me, maybe. Not aspire, this is weird. No. But like, I don't care what people think of my body in a way that is testament. I see that as like almost like a prize of like years' work on trying to undo this shame and self-hatred. So I'm very like proud of it in a way. Yeah. I care more about whether a random person in a bar likes me. It's really weird where I feel super self-conscious. Yeah. And it's usually at a birthday party where I'm a secondary friend, not like a best friend, or like I feel much more confident in places I can control the situation. Wow. Or I'm like I have a skill in that and I'm like respected.
Yeah.
But when I'm just one of many people, I always feel like the least cool or like the least sociable, even though like one-to-one I'm really extrovert or like,
Yeah.
but in a crowd I feel quite lost, which is definitely from like high school and shit, of feeling a bit like the weird one.
I look at all my photos back when I moved to the Netherlands when I was about 17, and I had
Where did you grow up?
Latvia.
Oh,
which
amazing.
and
My best friend's Latvian.
No.
Yeah, Kaiba.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
It's such tiny country.
Yeah.
What? What is it? What's their name?
Kaiba.
Kaiba.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Wow. Okay. That's incredible.
You'll have to meet and then you can natter.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
send
that'll be
voice
great.
notes to each other in
Yes,
Latvian.
that would be amazing. I mean, so look, in Latvia, it's really you do a lot of sports and things. And I went to the Netherlands to study, and I look at the photos, and I have. In almost all the photos, I wear a dress or a skirt, like all the time, because I thought I had a way too big of a bum, and I thought that it's not okay for me to go on the street if I don't wear a skirt that covers it, and it took me, I think, about 5-6 years and my first boyfriend to realize that it's okay to wear jeans and pants, but I cannot explain what was happening in my head. There's just no, but you're constantly thinking about it. You're constantly conscious that no, I'm not going to wear pants because, I just don't get it. How can we be so stupid in our, at least.
Well, we internalize things that have been said around us for
Yeah.
years and years growing up.
Yeah.
And then it comes out in weird ways and you realize, like,
Yeah.
I have so much internalized misogyny. Where did this come from?
There you go. It's so universal as well. Back when I thought that someone else was pretty, she also did not feel that she was pretty if I talk, or someone else was ugly, I thought someone was pretty. And it's such a stupid, I don't know what the standards are, and still what you see on socials right now, it's exactly what you say. It's mostly 17-year-old very pretty girls that are all still very, the being thin is still.
And that used to threaten me so much because for me, I was angry at those girls when I was a kid because I was like, you're making none of the guys that I like me.
Yeah.
Even though they're like influencers or they're just like on a screen, I'm like, you're changing the culture that is making me look more and more ugly, and that's unfair. That's how it felt when I was 14.
Yeah.
Whereas now I don't really compare myself to other women on the same level.
No.
And I also feel sorry for most women in all walks of life. So there's a lot more compassion and a lot less kind of...
Exactly that.
Yeah.
We just have to put the comparison away and try to get on that. I feel good where I'm now.
Yeah.
I feel amazing about my body, like this dude who was calling the number. Okay, let's do another voicemail.
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think the primary purpose of your life or my life, the entirety of the human race, is just to blindly consume to support a failing economy and faulty system forever and ever until we run out of every resource ever and have to resort to blowing each other up to ensure our own survival. I don't really think we have to sit by either while we continue to use a long outdated system that produces war, poverty, collusion, corruption, ruins our environment, and threatens every aspect of our health and does nothing but divide and segregate us. I don't think we have to sit back either while our politicians squabble over all the resources and start blowing up the land and fight for the remaining oil that's left beneath the ice. Now, I don't think either that we have to sit through this shit anymore. So I'm sick of it, you're sick of it, we're all sick of it, it can fuck off.
Welcome to the realities of the patriarchy. It's nice to hear men who are like, oh, this doesn't work. I'm like, yeah, man, like it really doesn't work for any of us.
Whoa.
Capitalism was born out of it. All of this, it's like extraction, consuming, it's endless. And he's probably right. I think we are going to end up with a nuclear war and World War III, and that's how we're all going to go.
Yeah, because we're just all too stupid. That's what it is. Too many people
well,
doing things for
we're
the
not
wrong
in
reasons.
charge, so
No.
I'd like to say that as women, we're kind of like
I hope
the
so.
unfortunate side effects.
I
like,
hope so. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just wondering what happened. How did this person come to this? Because it felt like as if he had written down everything that he's going to say.
I
Or-
reckon he probably just got a tax bill and his
Yeah.
bills went up, and simultaneously everything just went up at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like that approximately once a week whenever I have to pay a bill.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just a hamster on this wheel heading towards war. Like, this
Yeah.
is crazy.
How do the bills come in here in the UK? Do they also come all by letter?
Yeah, I like letter.
Yeah?
I mean, some of them I think are like it goes out every month, like direct debit. But others I have on letter. But I like them to send letters anyway because I like receiving post. It's like an ego trip.
Because
I love opening it.
Exactly. We also don't receive much post, but the only post we do receive are the tax letters.
Yeah.
And they're always dark blue, the dark blue envelopes, and you already know if the postman is walking on them on the street. You see them with the blue, and it's like, there's gonna be something in it that you don't like to see, and it's such a. That's why I'm just, because he was so intense. He was so fast with the way he really knew what he wanted to say. It's.
The thing is, it is what we're doing to the planet is stupid. Like, we have all the facts and we know what needs changing, but we can't work together.
Nope.
We live in an archaic world order, so there's no true leaders. There's just certain countries that have more powers than others.
Yeah. I actually.
It's crazy.
To me, the craziest thing has always been the borders, the countries as such. I just don't get, how did we get to the space where we're gonna, in nature, just draw where this is my country, this is your country, bye bye. Like, what happened?
I know.
Where, and we're gonna fight about it, and we're gonna make. I just don't get it. We're just like animals on this
I
planet.
know, I'm a bit of a pacifist in that sense. I'm like, I don't really care. Like, yeah, I was having a discussion at the dinner party yesterday about patriotism.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That
it
I
was
also
like,
don't
what does it
understand.
mean? Yeah.
Exactly, it's made up.
I don't really
doesn't
get
exist.
it. But I assume that, like, for example, I'd love to have Swedish values because I would say Swedish values are like much more gender equality. So maybe I can in my head I can see like a nationality as being aligned with certain like morals or responsibilities or like a culture or the way they look after women in society. But what would we say about the UK, that we've like, I don't know, that we still have awful maternity pay, that we still have a history of colonization, like, and I don't know.
On that note, we need to talk about your about your new album. Yeah, because you're bringing something completely different. New Lapsley, which is so refreshing and so good to hear that there is new things coming in the music. Where how many millions of songs are there released every week and everything sounds the same? You are putting something down with a boom.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. We're gonna listen to a new song. Tell me about it. What happened? What is it about?
My favorite song on the record. It's called Hurricane, and it's about how, well, this whole album is kind of about love. And through going down this path of writing about the people that I love in my life and ending up in this strange love triangle and documenting it, I also found out a lot about the relationship I had with myself and the love I didn't have for myself. And when I found it, it was this like unbridled, wild, sometimes angry, feminist love.
Yeah.
And so this is about, I guess like an unapologetic act of love, this song. Yeah. Like love for the sake of love, which is a bit like the person who sent the voicemail about who was like doing free will, just like, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. And in terms of the rest of the album, did you really think of a concept you're gonna do, or did you just write it you just sat down and this happened?
The album tracks a relationship that turned into a relationship with 3 people. And then, so I started as a couple, then ended up going out with 2 people, and then ended up with just me and the other person.
Yeah.
And so it talks about love and loss, and my relationship with both of those people, and kind of the start of love and the end of love. So it's quite like multifaceted in that sense. But I write about what happens in my life, and it's my version of a diary in that sense. And through going down this practice of making a record, which is like a bit of a concept record in that sense, it's definitely something that came out of being trapped in a studio for 2 weeks, sorry. Yeah, it's like the most outspoken thing I've ever made.
Wow.
And maybe reveals the most. Yeah.
That's amazing. I really, if you don't come to the Netherlands, I'll come to you to see it in the UK.
Oh, I'll
for
come
sure.
to the Netherlands,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
We'll
I've
make
just seen
it
my
happen.
agent pull through.
Exactly. It has to happen, and if not, we'll find a way. And I'm really, really honored that we can listen to it, and thank you so much for listening to the voicemails together with me. It's such a I don't know, you never know how it's going to be and what people will have to say and how you're going to feel about it, because normally it's just, me walking around.
Yeah.
So it's so cool to see that. The craziest thing is we listen to them, but everyone who's calling, we're all in this together. It's all the same things, and it's just so nice to talk to someone about it.
It is.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing, and this is it.
It's quite addictive, isn't it? Do you find yourself constantly listening?
I don't push the boat out, I make storms. Thought she'd run back to you, that was such a selfish thought. I got my doubts about myself. You put the work in, I don't doubt. I don't hold my tongue, the cloud's too heavy. When love stole waterfalls, I trust you'll guide us to that levee. I got my head strong, riptide wind power. You've got that point break tidal golden hour. All I want is butterflies to fly through my chest, untangle the highest knots that carry all the debris and the rest. I'm a hurricane, I'm a woman in love. I'm a hurricane, I'm a woman in love. I switch like the birds migrate to warmer. Dull eyes of the storm, I'm always holding on to former. In my gravity, all lost and found. Just know I'd love you till my lights go out. All I want is butterflies to fly through my chest. Stand by me, the renegade, and I'll move every ocean and the rest. I'm a hurricane, I'm a woman in love. 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 Watch out, the love I'm a hurricane. I'm a woman in love.